Hey guys, welcome to Leading Edge Martial Arts. Today is Friday. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully you guys had a good week and hopefully we're going to have a great weekend. This is for yellow and orange belt kids. Joshua Scott's going to run you through some fighting combinations and some curriculum kicks. I'm going to go over some basic grappling. For the grappling today, which we'll go over later, I want you to try to, if you're a new yellow orange belt, I want you to try to use a pillow at first and have your parents help you guys out. That way they can put your legs and arms in a position where they know it's at and what I'm going to tell them. Okay? After that, after you get it down a couple of times, then practice on mom and dad, if they allow you to, or your brother or sister, whatever you're practicing with, okay? That way, when you guys are first learning it, you're not underneath trying to get your kid in the correct position. Put them on a pillow, I'll show you how it works, and then you can have them do it on you guys. But Joshua Scott's going to start this class off. Go ahead, Scott.
Alrighty guys, happy Friday. So before we get started with our combinations, remember, always go back and go into our Leading Edge app, and what I want you guys to do is review our review your warm-ups, do your push-ups, do your crunches, do everything. Then come back, and what I want you guys to do is we're going to get started with the combinations then. Okay, so since we just had graduation on Friday, what I want you guys to do is we're going to review our number ones. Yellow, Sensei Panda's making me laugh right now. He's telling me to scooch over. He's doing like the slide to the left, slide to the right, that one dance. So, just like that, he's got it. He's a pro. So, we are doing our combination number ones today since we just had our graduation, and we have a lot of new yellow and orange belts. So, getting started, we're going to get in our defensive stance. Ready? You ready, Sensei? Okay, defensive stance. Set. Ki-ai. So, yellow number one is front punch, back punch, front crossing elbow with ki-ai. Make sure you pivot on that front foot when you throw that crossing elbow, as well as that back punch. So again, it's front punch, back punch, front crossing elbow with ki-ai. Looks like this, guys. Ki-ai. One more time. Ki-ai. Try that about 20 times on each side, guys, and remember, always pivot. Gives us more power and reach when we throw those techniques. So, moving on now, our orange belts, we are doing combination number one as well. And combination number one for orange belts, it's front punch, pivot back punch, front hook, back hook. Again, it's front punch, front hook, back hook. Make sure if you're watching Sensei Panda and I, when we throw those hook punches, our hands are at our face. We're not dropping them like this. No way. No way, dude. We're up here. It's front punch, front hook, back hook. And those hook punches are to the head, so your palm is facing the floor. Looks just like this, guys. Ki-ai. And one more time. Ki-ai. Orange belts, about 20 times on each side. Keep practicing it. There he goes. Sensei Panda's out. He's going to learn a new dance move. So, moving on, guys. Once we're done with our combinations, we're going to move on and do some curriculum kicks. Again, we have new yellow and orange belts, so I want to review a little bit so they can learn the new curriculum, so we can move on and have some more fun later on in the week, so we can do number 2s, 3s, 4s, all that fun stuff. So, for my yellow belts, we're going to be nice and simple today. We're just going to do a front leg round kick. When we throw our front leg round kick, we need to make sure we are not hitting with our toes. That's very important. When we throw a front kick, I'll stand sideways. When we throw a front kick, we are kicking with the ball of the foot like this. See how my toes are pulled back? When we throw a round kick, we need to point our toes like we're swimming in the pool. We're doing a freestyle. If you have your toes pointed up like this, and you're trying to do the freestyle swim, you're not going to be as effective or efficient, you're not going to swim as fast. But when you point your toes like this, they're more like, can't think of it, the flippers. Flippers, yep. They're more like flippers. It'll make you go faster. So when you throw that round kick, point your toes. So for my yellow belts, we're in our defensive stance, and I'm going to stand sideways so you guys can see it. You're going to turn your supporting foot. You're going to turn this foot all the way that your toes are pointing in the opposite direction of where you're kicking. My toes are pointing this way, so I'm kicking this way. Now, I'm going to pick my knee up, and it has to be horizontal. I don't want it at a 45. This is a front kick. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is at a 45. I want it horizontal, nice and flat. I should be able to put Sensei's coffee on my knee and it won't fall off. So I turn the supporting foot, I pick the knee up. Now my knee yellow belts is going to be just like a laser pointer. If you think about it, wherever a laser pointer is looking at, that's where it's going. So pretend your knee has a laser pointer on it. Point it in the direction where you want to kick, and then when you kick, that's the direction it goes. So again, I'm in my defensive stance, I turn my back foot, I pick my knee up, I kick, and I bring it back where it started. Again, turn the back foot, point your knee, kick, back, and down where it started. Take your time with it, guys. I want to see good technique. Sensei CJ and I always talk. It's not about how fast you can kick or how hard you can kick. It's all about technique. We want good technique. With great technique, power and speed will come naturally, guys. So I'm in my stance. I turn the back foot, point my knee, kick, back, and down. Try it in the air a few times. Look in the mirror. Get used to how it kind of looks. And then if you're doing well with it, have mom or dad hold an x-ray paper or a piece of paper, whatever it may be, and just kick it a few times and kind of get used to it. Once you start getting used to it, have them hold a pillowcase or something at home so you can see what it feels like hitting a more firm target, as well as you'll be able to tell if you're hitting with the toes or the instep. This is the instep, the top of the foot. And if you hit one of those targets with your toes, even though it's a cushion, you're going to still feel it on those toes and it might hurt a little bit. So make sure you're hitting with the instep, the top of the foot. Moving on, my orange belts. We are working on our spin side kick today. Spin side kick is very simple. It's just like throwing a front leg side kick, except all we're doing is we're turning our head. That's the only difference. So we're in our defensive stance. And I'll show you once this way and then once in the opposite direction. We're in our defensive stance, and what I want you guys to do is turn all the way. You have to turn that head until you can see that target. For you guys, the target's the camera. If I'm looking away at the camera, if I'm looking at the lobby, my kick's going to go towards that lobby, and that's wrong. I want it to turn all the way, that you can see yourself if you're doing it somewhere with a mirror, or if you have a camera set up or something so you can visualize yourself doing it. That's where you want to be pointing at. So turn all the way, all the way. Now all you're going to do is drop that supporting foot and you're going to throw your side kick. Just like that, we land forward and then reset. Just like throwing a front leg side kick, the first part is turning the back foot. So when we're throwing that side kick, when I turn this foot, I have to drop, and when I go to throw that kick, it's already turned back for me. So I'm here, I'll stand sideways so you guys can see it. I turn and look, I drop that supporting foot, I throw my side kick, and I land looking at the target and reset looking at the target. Because if I throw my kick, if I throw that kick and I land and look away, they're pretty mad at me because I just threw a kick at them, might have hit them, and now they're mad, they want to strike back. If I turn away, that's wrong. You want to be able to have your eyes on your target the whole time. So one more time, I'm in my defensive stance. I turn over my back shoulder all the way that I can see my target. I drop that supporting foot. I throw my side kick. I land forward and I reset looking at my target. All right, orange belts. Yellow and orange belts, that's all I have for you today. Sensei CJ is going to come up and he's going to give you the second half of your class. I hope you have an amazing weekend and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Hey guys, I got Uki, or Lieutenant Dan. Oh, you're broke. Gotcha, buddy. All right, so today, guys, we're gonna go over the basic positions for grappling. So, real quick, gotta move back. Ugh. Is this better?
Yep.
All right, so first off, pull your pants up, man, come on. First off, this is called dead man's position. You never, ever, times infinity, turn your back on the street. When you're wrestling, you want to get here because you don't want your shoulders down. But in the street, you never want this. Because, Dan, protect this. Nothing. Dan, protect you. Nothing. Dan, hello? He's not good. So, never, ever turn your back. Second position, Okay, a little bit better for Mr. Dan. He's doing well under there, okay? Now he can protect himself. If I throw a punch, he can deflect a couple of them, but eventually I'm gonna rain my punches down on him, okay? I can try to choke him, he can try to get away, but eventually I'm gonna be able to get down there and choke him out. Mount. Top is in control. There's a high mount, which is up here, and there's a low mount, which is down here. High mount, low mount. You wanna try to get your chest on chest and squeeze all his air out of his lungs. Alright? So real quick. Sorry. Next one is the side mount. Side mount, this is very important here, okay? If you're using a grappling gun, just put his arm across here. One knee needs to be in his caribs. His other knee needs to be in his ear. There's your base. Elbow in the ear. Other elbow in the ribs. I'm not up here with my butt up in the air. My butt sinks back, and I pull him in nice and tight, and I squeeze my elbow to my knee on this side, elbow to me on this side, and then I hold him nice and tight. This is your side control, okay? If we want to do it here, I want to get my arm underneath. Bring that knee in nice and tight. Crank that shoulder down, give him some shoulder love, okay? So here's a nice learning spot to start at. Once you get that, we need it under here when you guys test. Side control here, squeezing nice and tight. Can you breathe? No? Good, that's what I wanted. Your next position is the guard. From here, you're gonna be on your back. Here, my leg's gonna wrap around. I'm gonna wrap up my feet just like this and push him back. I can pull him in to strike. If he tries to strike me, I can push him away. If I wanna try to choke him, I can pull him in. If he tries to choke me, I can push him away. All right? So this is your guard. If you have long legs like me, the guard is great because I can keep people out here. If you have short legs, like other instructors, it's going to be kind of hard for you to be positioned at the guard, but they have a way better mount and side mount and scarf presence. So let's review these 4 basic positions, or 5, 4. Can't count, sorry guys. So first, okay, we have dead man's position. Top is in control. Never, ever, ever, ever turn your back. We'll go over those rules in a second. Never, ever, ever turn your back. When you practice, this is how it should look. Dead man's. Top is in control. Pull him over. High mount. Top is in control. Low mount. Top is in control. Side mount again, if you're just learning it, I want you to do the 4 points. Knee in the ear, knee in the ribs, elbow in the ribs, elbow in the ear. Side mount. If you have that, I want you to get this arm underneath his head, underneath the arm, pull in tight, shoulder love, side control, top is in control. Last but not least, guard. Pull him in tight, wrap your legs around him tight, not around his butt, because then he can just sneak out. Around where his belt's at. Grab it tight, push him off. Use your legs and practice that motion of pulling and pushing. Come in and strike, wrap it up however you guys choose. But I want you guys to practice those 4 positions. All right, so practice that. Now the rule for grappling, if you turn your back to your opponent and we see it here, first count for the kids, 25 push-ups. Second count, 50. Third time, 100. After that, you get to grapple one of the instructors. Blindfolded, by the way. So, good luck with that. Don't ever turn your back, all right? Now, quick mat chat while I'm sitting here on Uki. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and we already know that. So, my kids who are watching this right now, if you ever need to talk to somebody about anything, school, no school, going bored crazy, stir crazy, you need to get some energy out, you just want to talk, please talk to me. Talk to one of the instructors.